go through and then handled by the grace of God.
I see.
And you're better.
I see. Yo, Oba can say, Parliament. And Yama be basi to the extent say, I found baby no, a hokrabe empty. As a son, I say, and that's what we
no quite so I don't know. And that's what we the time is set. So, and then you get to see all of that as well.
I see. Into a man every time being
within that angle, no, it will happen within the same year.
I see.
Within the same year.
Yo.
And we are called from this year, about years to the end.
Okay. Where they are the prapra kwema afi ye mra de ekoso. O se nkom se ye mampeni eye John Dramani Mahama ebe weni akonya no last year August ema o the time no cry bibia daddy ema je say o se nkom no mani be mu clear. Nyankopon adom it came to pass.
Absolutely.
Say wa metina akonya so. Wa start yi na so afo. Ama tese sabri dia aka deputies ni kakra bi a odebe ka onanka wa fulfilling the 60 ministers no kan so de ombe adwuma no. So far omampeni John Dramani Mahama na memuo ebe kosen what can be brave but ebe kosen.
All right,
with the ministers now we
okay. For the first time, two things will happen. I will see through time in its most amazing moments. There is going to be a lot of things that is going to happen, and those things that are going to happen is going to really cause a lot of shake-up in the system, in the government system that we are having. Most at one point in time, they began to shuffle ministers and shuffle appointments, which means I say wait here, na ya fane free akoha, na ya you wait free, na you asho, na ya you wait to na ya shuffle. They were shuffling ministers. Ministers were being shuffled as I began to see that.
Time beam
Ending of this year.
Now Oben can say reshuffling there say a normal wait. Abaim bia na dear nema Omampeni John Dramani Mahama dear so different.
Because of the kind of reshuffle every movements, no, it will be very strange. Because some things will happen within June that will cause difference in the governance and things has to be changed. And once those things are changed, things will begin to pick up and then advance further. Now, say the government will start something that is very amazing. And once
your microphone,
microphone, okay. So I think I should get closer.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Yeah. So as I was saying, it is going to be very much amazing in that angle. Say, as I told you earlier on, say governance not start here. It is a term of 4 years. Something else will continue, but I don't want to go further outside the 4 years. I want to maintain what is here. But the way you need me here, not what is way far above. So we did that angle, no. I hope everything is set.
We are
fine. We are fine. Okay. So, from that governance angle, no, I told you, say, best start in a very, very strange manner. I think I said that a long time ago. And the situation is that a start here, the currency, the economy will begin to go downside. Because as the economy shaman for being sassy, they will remove their hands from it. Once their hands are going off it, in 3 months you begin to notice. 3 months from now, that is April, you begin to notice the country where we are heading towards is very dangerous. And as that angle begin to drift down, that's why I told you people there's only one thing that can happen in this atmosphere with President John Mahama as president. The country will end up being one of the its best shape since the time of Professor Tamils. It's going to be in its best shape. That's what is going to happen. But before that, there is going to be a dive. The dive is what is going to be the problem. And the dive is coming in April.
Dive, how is it going to be?
the dive no is going to come in such a way, say, as a lot of people don't understand certain things. As for me, I mean breaking in a very simplest form. So may use a certain example. Imagine say, oh sorry anopa, oh to atare so na atare na shi. Atare na shi we na o say oh atare na shi o kwa go twitwu si na o pepso den tarawe ni. O pie free bathroom na o call adwuma no so o betu car na engine so. So it will be a trend of happenings. What you say? A trend of happenings in the governance.
So obi be hwere ne nkwa ana se dan dive no e hono senia wo kyerɛkyerɛ ade anum no kyerɛkyerɛ mu kakra break ni down ne nti ase.
Dive, the economy will dive down.
Okay, you are talking about the economy.
Economy and the system of governance.
Okay.
It will dive. By diving here, it will rise up again.
Okay.
It will dive in a way, say,
a dive may take how long?
A dive it will take almost 8 months.
Ish.
That's not even an easy thing at all. And to be diving very deep. Now a dive here, it will be very different. But in December, the reason why there's a lot of shuffling is because you said one thing, you were asking one question. It's because there were certain funerals. Due to that, they had to put some people somewhere and remove some people from somewhere because some places were vacant.
Asemaba.
So that one is a different story on its own. But then we come back to the economy.
A funeral, no, me. So, how many funerals?
2 of them.
Sitting ministers and I say
CEO minister. But in that timeline, those things can be adjusted in time. That one we can bend the time for its sake. Yes. But then the shuffle will come because of one of them. I can't get a hold of it in the dimensions. But there's one important one we can bend and create something else by the grace of God. But mainly there will be shuffling as a result of that. Once that shuffle will kick in, yes. And then as we go forward with regards to the economy, economy no goes downside. But one thing I always say is be patient. Be patient.
Okay.
Because once the economy goes downside, we need to be patient. Once you have the patience, within the 2 years interval, there will be an elevation. Once the elevation starts, me who say you are starting developments. And I'm not talking about Greater Accra development, I'm talking about nationwide development.
Okay.
Infrastructure, hospitals, different kinds of setup. 3rd year in office. All those things will begin to happen. And it will begin to happen very fast. And it looks so impossible. They will begin to build things that are so mega beyond your wildest imagination. And it was so amazing. I'm looking at it in time and it is happening. And it was so unique. But one important thing in time that I saw 2 branches in that specific angle. It's 2 branches. The president will sit down in the office. He will have 2 opportunities in hand. He will choose the other one, the opposing figure. Once he chooses the opposing figure, the trend of the 2-year timeline for us to exceed into success will break. Once that timeline is broken, in 2028, it will be a different story altogether. That does not mean MPP will win the election. That's a different story.
If you had your bar, President, there will be 2 major decisions I also take.
Yes.
One,
the first major decision is about the economy. 2 things they will place before him.
Okay.
He has to choose within these 2 things. He has to choose whether to present the money into the agric industry, into the farming protocols, and secure that one. Or he has to present the money into gold. The president will present the money for gold in the first branch of time I am seeing. And once the money hits into that and his investment in the foundation, it will look beautiful in the beginning. The next thing you will see in news is $246 billion.
Ashe.
Into oblivion.
And what will happen after that?
Sorry. 243. Sorry. 243. 243. I want to be specific on the number. $243
billion.
Remember that number. 243. Yes. Not 6. 243. Specific.
When so the figure account says no country about me, I say we 37. Me share chat to the name, Mr. $243 billion.
Yes.
A million, not billion.
Oh, billion.
And how are we going to welcome this news as a country in timeline?
Exactly. That is what I was saying. Say it will create a lot of problems for the next step of election 2024. It will be very different.
2028.
2028, sorry. It will create a different story altogether for us. The whole angle and the whole thing, because the thing cannot be explained because it was through one man. They will temper. The person is sitting down trying to make the government better. Somebody is playing a different game altogether behind. And that's the first problem. Now, what I will say, to save us from this branch of time, we have to put the money on the agric.
Okay.
On the agriculture, yes.
I
don't know the agriculture minister. So if somebody says that to me and Obisa say, maybe on the agric minister or pescama, I don't know him. He doesn't know me. I'm telling him he doesn't know me. I don't know him. We don't know each other.
Honorable Eric Upoku.
Because of this prophecy, Christ shouldn't, if he wants to know me, shouldn't try to know me.
Okay.
Yeah, you should stay away from me. Absolutely.
I see. Oh, can I say close to, if I say 2027, I call 2028, you know?
Yes.
I am on the third year, no? Construction near the development, because so, suddenly a normal with governmental or seeking for re-election. At the end of my way, some development way are unique and so different from other ones now are witnessing.
Because it will be very different. It will be very, very, very different. Roads, bridges, very different. International standard. Not normal, ordinary things. They are very different. Once you see it coming, you know this one is not the ordinary NDC, MPP kind of development. This is different story. Very unique, very special, very different. And it affected the whole country from the top to the down. And then in these 4 years, the Doomsaw problem, they will change it. And they will solve a situation. I saw that they were fixing new meters because there's something that will go on in the ECG, electronic company. One will fall, one will rise. Then it will divide into two. Electricity company right, electricity company left. Two electricity companies running the country.
Say no put your man can say on be privatize it. No. I
don't watch. I don't follow those news. Once I'm sitting there, anything I don't know.
ECG mienu.
Yes.
Nakuja. Enti on running is saying and na ye state owned and I say Obina air running for fro. So
it will be two sector running, like two angle of operation. I say a blend of two different companies.
Okay.
Dealing with electricity.
Okay.
And then you will be given the option of which one to take. And it will be two angles of electricity companies that will be running the country. That one will just solve at, that is why I told you that I saw news being posted. And I give you the date.
Yeah, okay, August.
Yes.
I think 24th of August or so.
And I told you, say, it will be stated clearly that for about 1 year and more, there was never light out. Doomsaw was never a possibility. Not Doomsaw. If it was a virus, it has been killed entirely. The reason why I'm telling you this is because the future is very clear. Something is going to happen so that in 2032, there will be new things Because as you always ask me, on mine a be year.
Yes, I keep asking, but
yeah. On mine a baba be ye. Yes, that's what is going to happen. It's going to change, and there are branches in time that has to be fully adjusted, and that is what will happen. Now, once the gold is taken, there is not much we can do to bend time. It is established.
Enti onfesika no ensha Greek mu na onjai gold in sem no.
No, yes, you should leave the gold aside and focus there, because there will be big disappearance of money. And once it disappears, they have to account for it. Once they will account for it, they will fracture the whole timeline. If they fracture the whole timeline, the anomaly will happen. If an anomaly happens is in time, this is what happens if an anomaly happens. You will have someone else being president who is not supposed to be president, and then the time is fractured.
Why never be president and say or no president? So
it's not MPP government still. That's not
within NDC.
Yes.
2028.
Yes.
I see. It is a gold no asem scandal no ever say gold scandal ni sia.
Yes.
Ebema kwaya mani pafoforo.
Yes.
Anka ense say ono na ebe president.
Then it comes to take over.
Na say 2028 no omampani mama besa akobium.
Me see that's the future I want you to live for now. I don't want to talk about that because now Kuja was talking about it, asked me the same question and I left it. I don't want to continue that one, but then I want one branch of time. The key now there are two prophecies to unlock in March. Then I can break that one for you.
Say all kobium and not so kobium no.
Yes, because I have to stand on one evidence to show you something. Yes.
So what are you expecting in March?
It is something very unique and special. Once I come, I don't have a chance to let it out, but once I come and sit here, I'll tell you, March is coming.
Yo, Ebusiafo, we are still live on Accra 100.5 FM. We are on Facebook and Kwekusampa TV, so I subscribe kakra. Mo am Pen Dream TV nyina no. Monko subscribe to Kwekusampa TV na Pen Dream TV no. Why ma? Not that why ma? And just say Monko still na mo subscribe into Mesremo Pen Dream for mon search for Kwekusampa TV. Na fe mon subscribe na agro na nyede. Esa na kuja nkwana. Oh enjoy. So that say Kweku ni ye KWEKU. Now the sampa.
Yes.
Aswaso. Na adie na afa. Nti monko onko subscribe na bibia amfa level na na di no. Nti so for me say biom.
Okay.
Say let's say go scandal ne ba ebetu omampani jomama adie so.
Yes. It will put him under tough pressure.
Like ebetu na efi akonya no so.
Absolutely.
But go scandal na ma obetina so. Me so my unlucky. My unlucky prophecy. My unlucky prophecy. Now, I only pen dream for Chichen Como. Emma Oka say, MPP were to rule for 16 years.
Yes.
And at a point in time, no, BBC, and as 16 years, no, I reverse it to NDC for. And then they see.
All right. So in looking through time, I realized one crucial thing that was ongoing. In 2020 election, I told you vividly, say, in 2020 election, MPP will win the election. Nah, I think I told Nakuja. And the man Yamshinu broom.
Yes, you soon a free office or coffee.
So I told him that MPP will win the election. But I said the reason after they win the election, how the election is won, because of that, they have a 16-year contract. They have breached the contract. because they were supposed to win the election in a certain way. It was not won in that way, so the thing was breached. And once the thing was breached, it would turn into something else. The rulership will not be a normal governance, but it will turn into almost something like a force of movement. Then in that angle, once I put it down, that is when God woke me up from the lowly sleep. And I said, no, this is the time. He said, Mama has to become president. And he said, once Mama becomes president, that which belongs to the MPP party has been taken and given to the NDC party. So I saw the General Mosquito, the Asiudun Kitia. It was the one that was representing at that time. It went straight forward and the documents was given unto him. And it was written on his 16 years. So right now, as you're seated here, from 2021, 2022, that's when I think 2021 ending, and I gave that prophecy. And I confirmed it again in March 2022. And that is that angle. It was handed over to him. And I think we spoke about it in 2020. Yes. We spoke about that in 2020. The time that they were in court. Yes. So when that thing was handed over to him, it was returned, and then the 16 years was set. As I speak to you right now, the ultimate branch in time, which is called the golden line, is specifically continuous, which means the 16 years has not been breached still for the NDC.
Inti afe no man start almost 16 years now. Omanya less than 1 month impo.
So 1 month, so I'm 29 days if 16 years no more. So we have a long way to go. So take the farm.
ADJEI na MPP 4 years. Emma sa 16 years no. If from Munsa could the NDC for
that one, and I'm about to tougher cover no. So it's a very, very deep ultimate situation that wouldn't go deeper inside it, but the surface is how the election was won. And after the election was won, the details inside it.
It means that elections no omufa kululu kwanso na win Anna,
I don't know. That one, I don't know the Nipa Kasa, but in the dimensions of time, that which I saw was very different.
Moja bishwe gu for mana.
I don't know. One day I'll break it down for you. Don't worry. I don't have clear utterance on that.
I see.
Absolutely.
Say, young MPP mukakra na ni yanhwe say no. Ebi mo start e push for Kenya Japan.
All right.
Ebi mo so say Bawumia. Say no. Ebe koseng. Because who can say MPP fwe say omo hwe yi a emu be che.
Right.
Me kai say o kai. Enti say na kono sa na ebe ye. Ana say den. Who is to be the next flag bearer
of the MPP?
Of the MPP.
All right. The flag bearer will be maintained.
Bawumia.
Yes. It will be maintained. But then at one point in time, it will be changed.
So for today.
He will lose the first election, he will lose the second election. Then, on top of a mountain, under a tree, will thou eat a fruit. It is established.
2028, Bawumia and MPP for the NECO. No, a lusu. And yes, sir.
Yes.
Na, o lusu ye no. 2032 no mon fanen kobium ana obesen lose 2032.
What's the words carefully?
It's a kobium na mindi kodi ade no.
Exactly. Behold, on a mountain, under a tree, thou would eat the fruit, the lonely fruit. So that would be
Bawumia be ko independent na wa ko win ni ana so fuchiremu because say who the fruit in so there. Not say who did it?
Yes, very nice fruit. But the thing with utterance of the prophetic timeline is that it has its own holds. So once they don't give me the utterance, I can't break it down to you. But when the utterance comes, once I know the date, time, bang, 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 that's how it is. And only a pastor that you manage it. When the utterance comes to, I'll give it to you well garnished and well opened. Because when God gives the utterance, I take it from there.
Wow.
Absolutely.
What will happen to Honorable Kennedy Japan?
Honorable Kennedy.
What checking the timeline? No?
I'm watching the ultimate timeline. So if he's going to play a part of it, I'll let you know.
Not to say he won't be part of 2028 elections. No?
He will be part of it. They will raise his hands in front of the public. They will clap for him, every other thing like that. But that is not for 2028.
Yeah, Ben.
In the 2032.
Until 2028, you know. Obedia tum na Bawumia ko. Ana say ayen tokwasem na ebesi.
In 2028, for the foundation of that election, now I'm going for all the other primaries, Bawumia will still emerge victorious. There won't be any shaking fights, nothing. There won't be much of anything. The only thing that will come out in the foundation is that the battle. I'm not supposed to say it.
Say it.
It's limited.
Say Nyankopon kra ne angels no understand say what is the capital of all radio stations, you know, and there was a breaking news no face. And the battle no bad.
All trans no. The scribe of God. Once the scribe is closed on that chapter, it means don't say it at all.
Okay.
So I'll keep that one. Let's go to the next one.
Still on Bawumia 2028, no. Would there be a division in NPP? And I say they will be united ahead of the election.
The election 2028.
Yes.
Oh, there will be people are gone. They are gone far. People are gone trying to mind their own business long time ago. Yes. Oh, long time.
Are you here for
2 years from now? Reshuffle. The next kind of MPP you'll be seeing in 2028 will be different faces, different people.
With Bawumia?
Different people, yes.
I'm not can say
I'm watching time. I am seeing the people that are there doing campaign. I'm seeing Bawumia's campaign. I'm seeing the clothes he's wearing, the dates of the campaign that he's doing, where he's going to, where he's coming from, how the primaries will be won, every single thing, whatever he's doing, going up and down. This time there's not a lot of dancing, there's a lot of talking, there's a lot of amazing things. There is university and other things like that. But even at the end of the day, the election was still lost. But notwithstanding, the faces I was seeing was not the normal faces, even the running mate.
About dropping a po. Wow. No,
they are whole country.
Until Napo, Bawumia is coming back 2028 or be contested, but with different running mates.
They will give him a woman to come with, but then there is one branch of time within that angle that is very specific. As for the Napo side, it's already been transcended. They are filtering it off already.
Okay.
They're already filtering it off already. But then there will be someone that will be presenting himself for that angle. And that is what the branch of time is. That is why the election will be lost. So if they also want clue, that is how it is. But there's still, the election will be lost. All the two branches I am looking at is all lost.
And the moment Napo can they win?
It's one woman in Napo. To all the two branches, I saw the outcome. And the 10 of the outcome happened 3 years from now. 3 years from now, it happens specifically in the month of May 15th.
Wow. I see.
I have to write down right now.
I see. Not just say last me bisao, and I want to repeat say. I say MPP party no. Senya okay pay your prophecy na o man no. I say no ajiegu a oye ne hwia enye yie. Edia na esi ya physically and spiritually. Ama MPP party ni say no I say omotaria na why what have they done?
That point in the prophetic timeline, it's a big secret that I don't want to reveal it entirely.
But Omaye BB.
Yes. Covenant breached, 16-year contract. You took it, you breach it, you have to pay the consequences.
Way. Covenant no. Way.
Secret.
Wow.
It is established.
Omampeni Dada Nanado Dankwa Kufuado. Ni involvement. Our future line in the party, no. How will it be?
His involvement in the party for the coming election, and I say for the whole.
Or MPP
right now,
party,
NDC that's in power.
Yes, MPP. I'm Anyuku, no. Ni involvement ahead of 2028 election, no. How will it be?
Ahead of the 2028 election. One thing I want to tell you is that I look through time.
Okay.
It's two things, but I'll say only one thing.
Okay.
That is very easy. It's either what I'm looking at. And when I'm looking through time, I'm looking at real time. What I mean by that is I'm seeing what is going on the TV, on the media. That's why I can tell you the news outlet and the numbers, whoever is saying what in time.
Okay.
So what I'm seeing is that I am not seeing any involvement at all. Either you abandon the party or any involvement. So physically, like the front line. That's how you see former President Kufuor like say this, say that. Oh, bring this person instead. But not at all.
Next, I say
you won't see him in the front line.
Yeah, intending can be
No, you won't see him in the front line. Like the how do you call it? Like the smoke.
And one no inti. They say so yeah intending count national issues be man. Oko.
Done.
Wow.
He will rest.
And it is empana and common I had the pa and I had the 80 Omampeni Dada Kufuado.
Right.
Yeah, intending in mainstream politics view.
Not at all.
Even in his party.
Not at all. So it was so quiet to understand. Say, I began to wonder what happened. Did he abandon the party, or what happened? Did he retire to stay outside the country? What was the situation? Quiet. That was the situation. That's how this place is quiet.
2032 na Bawumia Oti hill no so na odi fruit no
2033.
2033 with MPP party members ni biana and I say he was sitting there alone. I see.
They were sitting alone.
I see. So from common Dawson, but it's unfortunate say time now.
Right.
Ghana home commodity kakra yentumi nini nyina
Saa pepe.
ye dini nyina wie na etena de na beka bio. What are we going to say?
Yes. Senior Bawumia
Yes.
and I said if we do everything, what are we going to do again?
Exactly.
It's a very good motivation to me that everything you do in life, do it small. If you give them all the thing, they will not come for the rest. People cannot be trusted.
I see.
With everything.
Now they say no. What start here? Sorry.
Yes. Yeah, start here, sorry.
Okay.
Entirely.
Okay.
Sorry, now
meeting days no dabe.
Friday all nights. Every Friday is an all night 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. And then Sunday evening services are 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. 8:30. So 8:30 p.m. for
Sunday
evening. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I see. Location no info.
AOEB Prayer Camp Junction, but you can Google Prophetic Life Embassy. I will Google map and then it'll bring you there. So once you Google Prophetic Life Embassy, straightforward, you're coming.
Smartphone see my direction no say be a foot trot near the
yes, that one I break it down.
No, they said that.
Absolutely.
Nice one.
So on your car called Madina. And a dental station like a dental or Madina.
Okay.
You take car that is going to Dodowa. Over Dodowa, go back from Siwo OEB Prayer Camp Junction. OEB Prayer Camp Junction. Or bet me afa OEB car the Beko station. Odu station and I catch them say Prayer Camp Junction. The street name is Numo and T Street.
Okay.
Numo and T Street. You can also follow me on Facebook as well so that you can get all the information. All updates are on Facebook and on TikTok. Prophet is Telvin, Facebook, Telvin Sowah J. And that side of more updates and how to handle that one.
Okay. And number so you be free in case a person no you come.
Absolutely. The number to call for the ministry. Yeah. Earlier on, initially, people were struggling to reach us when they call us because now workload was so.
And then, mommy, 2 numbers because a man for complaining, I say a number back on more from more bread. And then they be mommy 2 numbers.
Yes.
Nah,
because it's amazing to remember 2 numbers. Go one.
Nice one.
I can be sitting down there like in 3 hours. So we now about 400 missed calls.
Wow.
And it's not like Nipa Bakwa and different people sorting it out. Over 400 different people calling within a space of 3 hours. And I realized the load was too much.
Exactly.
And when I realized the load was too much, I realized I say young people to work constantly. So we've set that thing in order. So now you won't see dead end. Yeah.
Okay.
So the numbers are 026 22 36 360. 026 22 36360. And then the other one is an MTN number which is 0256 290 320. 0256 290 320. So that is the 2 ministry phone numbers. These are the only numbers we have. And also I want to say something. People are going about with my name and with my pictures, creating accounts in my name, both on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, everywhere.
No.
Baby, when I'm Jessica, because I'm who be for home feel for then to umbet is cabima orphanage, bidding Yamaniama.
Original account no describe my there be and also on me to me
yeah, or even my Facebook account is verified now. So on my year they've created the same account Telvin Sowah Pepe and the picture I've told my TikTok account. There's someone here with my TikTok or no so TikTok or 61,000 followers on TikTok or you see me dim me picture maybe that but that's not me. So you have to check the account well or check the likes and the comments and everything, make sure it's authentic before you communicate with it. And this idea, you'll be talking with somebody who tell you bring some money, blah blah. Because I'm more German for Sika. And people started sending me screenshots and everything. I was like, hey, Nipa na started business when me coins and as Sika
I see. Okay. Enti sabri die. Papa ye da se pa. And common die donson.
Right.
You say no. Your best say every month now. You do baby fee ha. No my state of the nation address.
Absolutely.
When it comes to spirituality and I say in the spiritual realm or mind that in the month net is saying. Say I'm penino cry state of the nation akuja.
Yes.
And I answer the D4 bars on my state of the nation address na day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, boni bia. Enunti we there bosumi bia mu no. Ghana should watch out.
Absolutely.
Say what the ekoso sunsun mu a. Ti ha na ye ne osofu penny Telvin na dey so wa entwetwe nkomo na on say the ekoso. Na mbum ni nyina ne say 2033 somebody will be sitting alone.
Absolutely. And at Friday, all night.
Okay.
That's
It's Friday all night.
Days fasting.
Okay.
Friday is 31st.
What did they
Yeah, the 21 days near every year, so that you can come as an anointing and then communion service is prophetic.
Best start time
9 p.m. I started, but one band time on your being because the
see.
place, no, it's a new building that we built, a new church building, can house quite a lot of people, but the people come a lot, so they come early as well. And one band temple,
now if why are stranded, frustrated, now
you are trying to see me on the platform. Now it's difficult. Until Brantem. So that you'll be late and better now.
Some number no should be my nafi. Yeah, number no sorry.
It is 02622363660, and then the MTN is 0256 That's the MTN number.
You. Interview one she one morning on Facebook or motion no. Obeshe ne papa mu ya enhance sound no. Kweku Sampa TV.
Absolutely.
Kweku Sampa. O person hwa ade na ye ofe pa. Ukọ Kweku Sampa TV a ewo ho. O like it na fe wa subscribe to the channel. And na fe Pen Dream for. Pen Dream TV. Pen Dream TV. I like a lie. Me say Pen Dream for. Mon konko subscribe me de ne kakra. Enye hwe. Why enye omi adon ye.
Absolutely.
Mon subscribe kakra. Why Pen Dream for yesremo a mon Kweku Sampa TV. Mo be kono na sofo ajeso wa ni videos bebre wo ho. Ni other videos e wo ha. Just obetumi ahwe na wonso Nyankopon esane abehwe. Sofo ye da ase papa. Ye da ase papa. Yo, ebusiafo ye da munyina ase ye ne Sowah Penny our prophetic life embassy. Sowah Telvin ADJEI Sowah and na exchange komo. Ewie what say ye binum be kokoso ni ade ade a.